What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Film study for rookies today, man. We got to talk about the Giants offense in general. While Cam is a beast, like you see right here on this run play with the toss, the offensive line, man, I don't know that they get enough credit, right? We did a video on them a couple weeks ago, and Cam, he's getting his credit. But let's take a look at this play right here. So we're going to see a toss. We're going to see the tight end pull. We're going to see the tackle pull right here. We're going to have 89 seal the edge right here. Now, here's where I say the offensive line and the run blocking, to me, has to get more credit across the media. So like I said before, 89, he's got a seal right here, all right? Seal right there. Bang, you lead your two big boys to pull right there, all right? Let the play develop. If he seals right there, all right, look at this. You're looking at even more yards, maybe even a touchdown, maybe, right? But the defender does a good job. He's going to spin out of this, right? He sees what's coming, bang, he's going to spin out. Right, so now it's 2nd and 1. You were in the pistol. You're 5 yards back. So now Cam has to stretch this thing even farther out. I mean, the potential for an even bigger run play was there, right? Because if you take a look right here, if he seals that, bang, you got two lead blockers in front of him, and potentially going to work second level there too. All right, but unfortunately, that defender's going to escape that. Cam's going to bounce it all the way to the outside, and then bang. So like I said, Cam does his thing, but the offensive line making up for each other's mistakes when it happens, man. Woo, they look good. Let's take a look at play number 2 right here. On play number 2 right here, this was probably my favorite play they ran. All right, the split set. And you guys all saw the video by now of Cam, smacking that linebacker, I believe right here, all right, on the sideline. But what nobody else is showing you is this one right here. So you're going to see they're going to fake the handoff to the right, come back with the counter to the left. Now you have an idea of what's going to happen right here. Because if you go back just a little bit, all right, take a look. We're going to run the counter. You're going to see down block there. We're going to work second level there. All right, pull right there. Right, let the play develop. You can see everyone's going to be accounted for right here. Bang, bang. Now, there's one player right there who's not going to be accounted for. And who's that going to be? Cooper DeJean. What happens next, man? That's not right. Cooper's a hell of a defensive back when it comes to the pass game. But the run game, that was dirty. Coop's nice too, man. Coop's nice too, but Cam, man. Man, this dude. This dude is something else. And here's the thing. When you look at it kind of from the NFL or the broadcast view, aerial view, you don't really see it. Like, it happens so fast, bang, bang, right? But once you see it, all right, from the end zone cam, oh, it just looks different, right? Because you see them in the hole. Man, that's only play number 2. All right, let's keep it going right here. Play number 3, we're going to look at right here. I believe this was the zone read, and Cam is basically going to walk right in, right? So all we're going to do right here is we're going to read the backside edge. All right, Jackson's going to read him. All right, he's holding. We're going to hand that thing off. Now, Cam has 2 choices right here. We can follow, all right, the right guard right here, bang, or we can cut inside and go mano-a-mano with that backer. Cam's going to follow that right guard. Safety has no chance, right? So I was kind of shocked, low-key, that Cam didn't just go one-on-one with that backer, but it shows you that he's not always looking for contact, and sometimes that's kind of the narrative around Cam, is that he just wants to hit somebody no matter time, place, or whatever, right? In this case, down or distance. But very smart run right here. Bang, one-on-one with the safety, no chance. All right. Play number 4 right here. This might have been the linebacker hit. So let's take a look right here. All right. Once again, they're in motion 84. Looks like a weak side toss. And that linebacker, he tries to come up. Props to him. Props to him that he tries to come up. Let's take a look why I'm saying props to him real quick. All right. Because I believe somebody else ran on this play. Okay. let me run this thing back real quick for you. All right. So when they run this toss right here, I want you to watch this defender right here, number 8. All right. Why would he go back? So somebody's got to break that down for me real quick. Why would he go back here, all right, back into the flow of traffic right there? Why would he take the chance of getting double teamed by any of the offensive linemen? We both know why, right? We both know why he's not coming up. All right. We know that. Take a look right here. Everyone else is flowing over here. Everybody. All right. And look at him. He's like, nah, I'm good. Nah. Nah, I don't get paid enough for this. I'm straight. Right. So that's why I say props to the linebacker, or he's going to come up and try and deliver a hit, because nobody else wanted to do that. No, nobody else wanted that smoke, man. And really, that's why the run game might be back. You have so many teams coming out in these nickel packages, all right, or dime packages against the pass. Just run the ball, because I promise you, he's not the only one. All right, he's not the only one. He's like, nah, man, it's too early in the game. We're only down by 3. Nah, man, the linebackers got it. The D-line got it. The run game might come back, and I've been saying this for a while. You know, you keep coming out in these dime packages. DBs don't want to tackle, man. But as we keep this thing going, this is probably my favorite play. I know I said the counter. It's tough, because you love the second, third, and fourth effort right here, right? He's going to get hit right here. Now, props to number 8. All right, he's not running from this one. He's going to come in the hole this time. He comes in the hole. I'll give him that, all right? 53 once again. Man, what a trooper, all right? Because once again, he's meeting Cam right there. Now, here's the thing. He's going to hold him up. And so I'm thinking, okay, 8, 48, this guy going to try to pull him back. Nope. They all try to strip the ball. Right, look at this real quick. So Cam's not in yet. They can pull him back. You got Cooper, 48 and 8. I don't know what they're doing. I'm thinking, okay, Cam scored right there. Nope, Cam's still fighting. Cam still hasn't scored. And they're still trying to strip the ball. The run game might be back, because if this is how defenses are going to attack them, man, oh, man. All right, big score right there. And then right here, Cam, man, doing the thing. He's just going to bulldoze, bro. On a time like this, he's going to bulldoze. It doesn't matter what's in front of him. Bang. All right, let's keep it going. I think we have a few more plays to look at right here. And then right here, all right, we're in a heavy personnel. We got the big boys out in the front. And look at Cam go. And the reason I think this works, all right, with Cam and the offensive line is because it's not a slight to Cam, but a lot of running backs have to control their speed, right, where they can't go full speed. Otherwise, it's going to mess up the flow of the play, right? And if you go too slow, all right, then you're too late, you know, to hit the hole or to bounce back, so on and so forth. With Cam, it's like he's got that perfect speed where his timing is just right. So you're going to see right here, man, he's going to hit the hole perfectly, all right? Too early, all right, he's not going to let that lead block get out there and develop, all right? Too slow, number 30 is probably going to fight over eventually. But that hole in the blocking, look, he's just going to follow that lead block. He doesn't have to cut back. It looks like probably a stretch right here. All right, he doesn't have to cut back or anything. The Giants run blocking, like I said before, they got to get more credit. Because, I mean, they're absolutely controlling the Eagles' line of scrimmage. Now, I don't know at this point the Eagles or how many starters they had in, but nonetheless, man. I mean, the blocking there alone, when you're up by 17, 6 minutes left, man, oh man. And then right here, all right, back in that eye, this is what you want to see from Cam. So in the last play, we saw him, you know, pretty much ran where he was supposed to run, didn't have to make an adjustment. But right here looks like a little outside zone. All right, so just like before, first play is going to be that hole. All right, we can bounce it back here, or we can bounce it back here. I think it was backside B gap right here. Let's take a look right here. So, all right, backside B gap would be off the left guard's butt right there. Let's take a look. All right, that's where he's going to bounce it to. All right, so you go from all the way to what? That B gap, back to the backside B gap. I mean, look at that right there. We're going to seal right there in that backside B gap and allow him to bounce all the way back. All right, so that being said, that's going to wrap it up. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Film Study for Rookies is out. Cam's a beast. All right, the Giants' offensive line's a beast, and they're doing all this without Malik Neighbors. So teams are actually stacking the box, and they're still doing this, and this is his rookie year. We'll see what happens, all right? With that being said, Film Study for Rookies is out. I'll catch you guys next one. Take it easy. Peace.